Hey everybody, my name is Danielle and this is Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. Your presence is very much appreciated. So welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to chat about Hallmark's new original movie, Pumpkin Everything. It is part of Hallmark's Fall into Love event. I wanted to chat a little bit about it. So if you're interested, keep listening. All right, Pumpkin Everything. It premiered on Saturday, October 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern. It was on the Hallmark Channel, and it stars Taylor Cole, who plays Amy, Michael Ironside, who plays Grandpa Tom, and Corey Sevier, who plays Kit. And the synopsis is as follows. Amy, an up-and-coming novelist, returns to her hometown to look after her stubborn grandfather Tom and his pumpkin-themed store while confronting an old flame from her past. All right, so let's start with the obvious, the scenery. It's very fall. We see pumpkins, we see pumpkin lattes and foliage, more pumpkins, long sleeve shirts, hats, more foliage. There were plenty of leaves. It definitely falls within the Fall into Love event. The aerial shots were so pretty with the autumn color. So I was not mistaken that this was a Fall into Love movie. And then it happens. What a way to kick off the story. Yeah. Grandpa made a huge driving error, spraining his wrist. And this catapults us into a story that, if I'm 100% honest, it didn't keep me engaged, at least not at first. I found myself drifting and multitasking. Aside from the first 5 minutes or so, it's really slow in the build up to me. But then it kind of picks up in spots of the movie. You know, I thought it had a good ending. So that's a positive thing. The way they filmed the kiss was really good to me too. They did that 360 rotation. I thought it added to the theatrics and I liked it. But there's a lot in that first hour, I think, that just didn't do it for me. But I watched till the end because I'm a Taylor Cole fan, right? I like her. So I just stayed with it. Okay, we have Amy, a new writer. I'm going to talk about the story a little bit. Okay, so we have Amy, a new writer. She writes novels and gained a lot of success with her series about vampires. By the way, I didn't get it. I thought I'd go back to try to see if something went right over my head in terms of what she writes about, but then I decided I didn't care that much and I just went with it. Anyway, Amy's success leads her on a book tour, but when she learns of her grandpa's accident, it changes her plans, including her making a stop back home, right? When she gets home, she worries about her grandpa so much because he's getting older and there were other accidents that she learns about. And grandpa, his name is Tom, he owns pumpkin everything, right? It's a small store in her hometown, right? And they sell home furnishings, and the season of fall is like a big thing. Okay. There was a lot of time dedicated in the movie of Amy trying to get Grandpa Tom to take better care of himself, introducing him to new opportunities and that he could have in a new retirement home, along with him selling the store to get the funding to move into the home. And it just didn't go over well with Grandpa Tom. Oh, and by the way, Grandpa Tom has a knack for jazz and vinyl records, right? And that's a little bit of a hidden talent we discovered in the movie. And the talent is like he loves jazz and he has a lot of vinyl records with jazz, and he's like has that hidden talent of being a DJ. So that was fun to watch. All right. While Amy is home, she runs into Kit, who manages Pumpkin Everything. And they rediscover feelings they've had in the past. They were best friends growing up. And then their romantic interest develops. All right. So I felt the chemistry in the movie was really good. The grandpa and Amy, mom and Amy and Kit, I thought all of their performances were pretty good. especially Grandpa. He was very proud and strong-willed, right? A very proud and strong-willed man, wasn't he? Just stubborn. We probably all know men in our lives like that, right? Anyway, the performances were good to me. It's just the storyline took a long time in that first hour to build. I lost interest somewhere after like the first 10 minutes or so. And then there were pockets where I was fully engaged, like during the scarecrow contest. I liked that. That looked pretty fun to do. And I liked that. It was a really cute scene. And during Grandpa's accidents, that also kept me engaged, you know. It was interesting watching Amy trying to get Grandpa Tom's approval. I thought that was a relatable moment, right? Seeking validation from your parent or grandparents. That's a real thing in life. Amy just wanted to make him so proud. I like the mom and her grown-up relationship with Luke. I believe that was his name. But we only got bits and pieces there, right? But I thought they were cute. Anyway, in this movie, Pumpkin Everything, I believe Taylor Cole in her role as Amy. I think Taylor Cole is very likable. I enjoy watching her on the screen. I thought she did well. I enjoyed her in the Hallmark movie One Perfect Wedding, right? That's one of my faves. And I learned that there were prequels. Well, kind of. They all are the same characters with each movie. And we watch their relationships evolve before we get to the One Perfect Wedding. And the other movies were One Winter Weekend and One Winter Proposal. Anyway, back to Pumpkin Everything. Another part of the movie where I felt engaged was the really good scene when Kit talked about dealing with the passing of his mom. That's when they were on the back of the pickup truck with that huge pumpkin. That scene was a really good scene. I felt Kit was close to professing his love for Amy right at that time, and his hesitation with it just pulled me in. And I was like, tell her, Kit, tell her. But he remained cool, right, about the whole thing. But it was definitely a build up to their romance. So I like that scene. And when they threw Amy a book signing event at the end, I love Grandpa's introduction of his talented granddaughter. I thought that was touching. One other observation I wanted to make was during the time Grandpa Tom opened up Amy's newest novel and read it from cover to cover in like 5 minutes. I didn't know as a viewer, like I was so confused. What was the time lapse, right? From the time he started the book to the time he ended. And they were very intentional about showing us when he started from that first page and then at the end, you know, when he finished it, right? They were very intentional in showing us that. So what was that time lapse? Did anyone else notice that? It distracted me a little. I mean, maybe if they would have dimmed the lights or dimmed the set to appear like it was dusk, I could have entertained him reading the book all in one day. You know, it's not impossible, but I just thought it just distracted me. That's all. That's just an observation I made. Anyway, I thought that the leads were great in this. I thought that the performances were good. The story itself could have had a little pickup in that first hour. I don't know. It lost me there. You know, I was drifting, multitasking, but I thought the ending of the movie was done well. We had a great kiss at the end, and like I mentioned earlier, the shot that they took, the 360-degree shot, that was nice, and it added to it, and I liked it. Overall, you guys, I thought the movie was good. I thought it rebounded in that last hour, so that kept me going until the end. You know, I kind of have a mixed opinion about the movie, like the rating of it, right? For this movie, Pumpkin Everything, I would recommend watching it, but the only caveat is just getting through that first hour. And I don't know if that's too long of a time frame to commit to watching a 2-hour movie, but if you get past that first hour, I think that last hour will make up for all of that. It reaches its potential in that last hour, I think, right? All right, Pumpkin Everything. Have you seen the movie? What did you think? You have to let me know your thoughts in the comment below. And that's all I have. So be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe, all of which will help my channel grow. So thank you in advance. My name is Danielle, and you're listening to Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.